Karen Sorber, CEO, majority owner of Micronic Technologies. Micronic Technologies is an emerging R&D company that's developing a water treatment device that can clean water from any source, including acid mine drainage, fracking water, cooling water blowdown from power plants, and we leave there's very little residual. It's highly efficient, 95% efficient. It's 10 times cheaper than distillation. We have 3 patents on our technology, and we're hoping to go to market in the next couple of years, having established several $millions in development grants that we're executing here in Wise County. I'd love to tell you about why we came to Southwest Virginia. A wonderful gentleman, Tony Martin, had introduced us to the region, and the VICITA, Virginia Coalfield Economic Development Authority, hosted us in December of 2013 to evaluate the possibilities for the various counties in the region. And what we decided to do was come to Wise County. And the reason was we were having a difficult time raising capital from Northern Virginia and the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, because they tend to invest in IT and web-based technologies, cyber technology and the like, not so much in industrial products and water technologies. So this region gave us support through the University of Virginia at Wise, sponsoring an R&D proposal for us on behalf of us, and then working together with the Tobacco Commission, and we were awarded that grant after we moved last year here. And we have several other grants that we received from USDA and the Navy, and so we're executing them here with more favorable financial terms for our buildings and equipment, and support from the myriad economic development authorities. The county, for example, was wonderful to us, giving us access to a wonderful building that we're in, and many other introductions and support for us getting our traction here in the area. There are 2 reasons why I'm personally very gratified to have relocated to the region. My husband and I bought our dream home and live in an environment that is absolutely gorgeous. I've been all over the country and certainly around various parts of the world, and I don't know that there's a more beautiful place to be than this area of Virginia. So we are very gratified by that. But in addition, there are people in this region that lack access to really clean water, and some people don't even have proper sewage. And so we think that in time we'll be able to do pilots that will enable us to create the strategy to bring this technology to developing countries by having decentralized systems, perhaps run on solar or wind power. And that's the reason why Kelly Rock, my husband, and I got into the business. We wanted to help people around the world in developing countries to bring water to satisfy their drinking needs and sanitation needs. So let me tell you about our workforce experience. We have hired 5 folks since we came here last year, 4 from Southwest Virginia and 1 from Charlottesville. I'd like to share with you each of their stories because it really puts a face on economic development. Let me start with Jane Marvin, our bookkeeper. She had family roots here in the area that brought her from Charlotte, where she ran her accounting business for years. It's been a very good, mutually beneficial relationship because she was working for companies and underemployed, really, working in areas that weren't her expertise. And then we have Brianna Stollard, our project assistant. She pretty much runs the water program we have with UVA Wise under our Tobacco Commission grant. She's a graduate of UVA Wise, and now she's just received her master's degree in environment and health. She grew up in Wise. She didn't want to move from Wise. She loves the community. She wanted to work in a water-related field, but guess what? She was interning. She couldn't actually find a full-time job in her field until Micronics came to the area. And then we have Travis Deal. He's our software engineer. We met Travis at a job fair. He came in spiffy in a 3-piece suit. I thought I was back in Washington, D.C. He's a graduate of software engineering and art from UVA Wise and worked at Lowe's for many years. In between jobs, he came to a job fair and we said, sure, come on, talk to us. And he's been great. Now we have Josh Yates. He's a little bit more of a recent hire. He has been hired as our lab technician under the Tobacco Commission grant. He is also a UVA-Wise graduate in chemistry, but he was working in IT because he had an associate's degree in IT and preferred to work in his chosen field of chemistry. We landed him a few months ago, and he is doing a fantastic job. Our most recent hire is Andrea Pera. She's particularly special to us because we attracted her to come here, to move here from Charlottesville, Virginia. Andrea is from Colombia, and she is on a work visa now, and we will be sponsoring her for permanent residency. She's a mechanical engineer. She came to us in June and doing a fantastic job. One of the best gifts we've been given since we got down here is having the community respond to our disaster. We had a catastrophic failure in the building we were in February 21st, 2015, when we had this big snowmageddon down here in Southwest Virginia. The entire roof completely collapsed, and we lost so much of our property. But the county came to rise and give us what we needed immediately, and that was space to move into the building that we originally were going to have, but later in the year in another part of the building. And they responded immediately, as did Ron Norris, a local vendor that's been working with us. He brought his tractor trailer over within a couple of days of that the roof collapse, and got everything out of there, and it was salvageable, and brought it to our new space. Everyone was so supportive. They made decisions and supported us in a way I could never have imagined in Northern Virginia or anywhere else, frankly. The amount of support that we've gotten from the political realm has been extraordinarily good, too. We've had both Senator Warner and Senator Kane's staff come to visit us and are very supportive of everything that we do. We had actually Congressman Griffith come to visit us with his staff. We are supported by all manner of levels of government, business, economic development folks, the commissions, the neighbors, people who care about the coal mines and cleaning up the water. We get a lot of support in Southwest Virginia. I highly recommend it.